you about MPH transformed my life. I was born in a small rural town in Guerrero, Mexico. We didn't have any running water, or electricity, or TV. I think it's one of the reasons I'm one of the 12 brothers and sisters. My parents were very, very poor. I remember running around naked with my brothers and sisters, trying to make friends with stray animals who were just as naked as we were. Before MPH, none of us even gone to school. In fact, we were lucky if we had just one meal a day. When I was very young, my mother was diagnosed with cancer and soon after passed away. My father was an alcoholic and became very depressed. So he didn't take care of us, my brothers and sisters. Fortunately, my older sister Alicia heard about an organization called Nuestros Pequeños Hermanos and took us there before we were so malnourished and there was no hope in our hometown. I arrived at APH when I was 5 years old with 6 of my brothers and sisters. This is a picture of me from my first day at MPH. I have many great memories from MPH growing up. Growing up, Father wasn't taught me about hard work, being punctual with school and all the chores. And more than anything, to always be strong, keep my chin up. Father wasn't believing myself. I can't imagine how growing up outside of MPH would have been. We're also very lucky to have our godparents, Mr. and Mrs. Carl Merchant from Minnesota. This is a picture of me visiting for the first time. We always had emotional support we needed at MPH. When I was 13, I had the opportunity to visit the US for the first time. As part of MPH dance and musical group that would travel to the US cities to raise money and funds for our home. When I was older, I won a scholarship through MPH to move to the US and study English. Several of these pequeños who came to the US through this leadership went on to become directors or new MPH homes. Although most of the pequeños stay in their home countries, I had the opportunity to move to California when I was 19, and I jumped at that chance. Life was very tough at first, and then I didn't have any MPH family to rely on. I experienced racism because of my accent, and it was tough to get on my feet. But I always remember Father Watson's word. Him telling me hard work will bring success. I'm happy to say Father Watson was right. I had been an entrepreneur for 21 years, and I have a company called Luminous Incorporated, which specializes in commercial corporate cleaning projects. I'm happy to say things are going very well right now. In 2006, I bought my first home in San Jose, California. This is my wife, Linda Bermudez. We've been married for 11 years now, and she's one of the greatest blessings of my life. I also would like to acknowledge my sister, Evelia. She grew up in the orphanage as well with her husband, Javier. She's a doctor, she's a dentist also from MPH. Thanks for MPH for taking me out of poverty. I have achieved many of my dreams in life. But another thing I learned, always keep trying and dreaming. And I have done just that. My next dream is to become a professional bodybuilder. This is me and a 4-time Mr. Olympia Jay Cutler. In July 2011, I made the cut to compete in Mr. San Jose, and second time in 2015. And I'm training harder than ever to compete again at the end of this year. One of my greatest dreams, however, is to give back to MPH. My brother Rafael, he is the currently the national director of MPH Mexico. And he has dedicated his life to MPH. Although I have started my life far from MPH family, I go back often and I sponsor two beautiful girls at MPH Mexico.
Thank you. Yes, please. Thank you very much.
This is my wife and I with our godchildren at MPH. We feel so blessed to know them. Carmen is the youngest of four sisters. Perla has a younger brother and a sister.
No, I don't.
Although we don't know where they are. Her mother left them with a neighbor and took off north to the US
Thank you.
for a better life and abandoned them. These stories in my own are very typical. As most of the children at MPH, many of the children's stories are a lot worse. My life was transformed by MPH. Was it not for this organization? Thousands of these children will have grown up in a life of poverty, with no hopes for an education for themselves or their children. But thanks to MPH and Friends of the Orphans, thousands of these children have gone to become teachers, doctors, engineers, and social workers. And not only have we together broken the cycle of poverty in their lives, but also in their lives of their children's and their children's life. My kids will not grow up in poverty, and I thank MPH for that. And I also thank you for your support today, for coming here and learn about our organization and our important mission to continue saving these children's lives. Thank you for making a difference. Thank you so much for making a difference.
Help me give Jose another round of applause for sharing his great view.